From tomorrow we will start at 8 sharp. Okay. Sure. So now we are starting with the DT direct tax. What knowledge you have about direct taxes and what is the interpretation or expectations you have from direct tax? Anyone? Obviously PGBP done, in inter, salary, house property, some of the things you have done. What is the basic you understand about the direct tax? Bolo? एक interview, you are for the interview and interviewer is asking you questions and you are silent like this. हम क्या ही बोलें? Is it the two-way communication? Abdul, yes, what is the meaning of direct tax? I am your interviewer, you are coming for the Big Four interview. Tell me, what do you understand by direct tax?
Person who earn income pay tax directly.
Oh, person who earns income pays tax directly. Okay. Anything else?
It includes the income under 5 heads.
Suppose I say, itna simple sa question, what is direct tax? An interview, Big Four ka interviewer is asking you what is direct tax and we are like this. हमसे कुछ टफ ही पूछ लेते, ये क्या पूछ लिया? ये तो हम पढ़ के ही नहीं आए ना कि what is direct tax? We know what is transfer pricing, we know what is this, but direct tax is little bit tough for us. Correct? Where is your confidence? Tell me na direct tax क्या है? You are going from inter. Abdul is like, कुछ तो याद आ रहा है लेकिन याद नहीं आ रहा डायरेक्ट टैक्स क्या है?
Direct tax means directly leviable on his income, ma'am. Whereas indirect tax means it could be a liability is diluted.
Very good, very good. Exactly whatever has been written in the book, difference between direct and indirect tax. Okay. Tell me what is person in direct tax? Person, there are person in direct tax. What is person?
Individual, HUF, AOP.
Now tell me, as I said person, you also accepted, yes, it is person. Do you use the term person in direct tax? Is it person you use?
Individual, ma'am. Individual or...
Do you use the term person in direct tax?
Assessee, ma'am.
Assessee. You cannot write person over there. क्या कर रहे हैं? You use the term SSC and SSC के types बता दो चलो. What are the types of SSC?
Individual, HUF, AOP, BOI, AJP, local authority.
Resident, non-resident.
Type of SSC, resident, non-resident.
Under that, different persons are there.
That is residential status. That is not type of assessee. That is the status of the assessee. Either is resident, either is non-resident. Why you forgot LLP? Why you forgot company? Itna basic. Are you getting? This is the base का भी base है ये तो भाई, ठीक है? चलो. So it was just nothing. Warm up section कुछ भी नहीं है. बस trying to explain कि do not be book oriented. Apply this also. If someone is asking direct tax and we are telling whatever we have read, we are going to be chartered accountants. So you are not expected to just say कि he pays directly or the burden cannot be shifted. Are you getting? This is something an ordinary student will also say this. If you want to be apart from an ordinary student, you should gain knowledge. Okay. So now we are starting with the direct tax. Today, I'm just explaining you the way we will be moving as I did in ITT also. And explaining you what is important in your direct taxes. Direct tax में whatever you have done at your inter level, you have done your salary, you have done house property, you have done certain chapters like all the 5 heads of the income. What is the most important part that will be coming in your CA final level? Salary ka deduction. There is a deduction of salary. Remember how much is the deduction from salary? Standard deduction from salary you get. Kitna hai?
50,000.
50,000. If they ask in CA final to calculate total income of individual, only that part salary ka deduction will be used over here. So that means it's not entire salary that will be used in CA final, because already IPCC mein they have tested you, inter they have tested you. So only certain important concepts from salary like house rent allowance. What is house rent allowance? HRA. Just a minute. Tell me what is HRA, and also tell me what is the difference between perquisites and allowance. I am expecting an answer. What is the difference between allowance and perquisites?
Perquisites means additional. Perquisites means other additional allowances, ma'am. Sorry, allowances means that fixed monetary term, like transportation allowance, like that.
Keep on saying. Now this is again inter-level. What is allowance and what is perquisites? Is it perquisites some additional benefit, whether monetary or non-monetary? Perquisites are additional benefit. For example, to employee, I have given car. That is additional benefit. But what is allowance? Reimbursement. Kind of reimbursement. Transportation allowance give me. Something he is doing for the office and we are giving him reimbursement. That itna that we will give you. That is the extent itna that we will reimburse you. Is it allowance? So perquisites are kind of additional benefit. That is allowance. So which perquisite or which allowance is mainly asked in CA final level? Only your house rent allowance. Only house rent allowance. When they ask you to calculate total income of the individual, house rent allowance. That means, are you required to study overall salary? It is a waste of time, to be honest. If you want for the purpose of knowledge, you can do. But if you want for the purpose of passing CA final, just important concept that will be incorporated in question that are mandatory. Now, ma'am, which perquisites will be asked? Non-monetary perquisite adjustment that we will find in PGB. That on non-monetary perquisite, employer chooses to pay the taxes. Aisa hai kuch, something is there. But what I'm trying to explain you, do not mug up or do not go deep into the concept of your inter-level, specifically in case of salary and in case of house property. Only what is important that we have to pick and that we have to prepare for. But if you have extra time, then you can go for the entire depth of the salary, house property as per your conveniences. Okay? First point. Second thing, again, the classes are going to be exam oriented. So try not to ask practical question because they are not going to be asked in your exam. We have to clear the exam and these are short duration batches. So I cannot address your practical questions over here. Like when aisa hota to kya ho jata, waisa ho jata, that means unnecessary creating lots of probabilities. What is important, I will obviously answer. But what is not exam oriented, even the examiner will not think of like that. So I will say, I cannot answer that kind of thing over here. You would also understand this. Third point. Now, ma'am, what is important in DT? DT mein you have PGBP, you have capital gain, you have international taxation, various entities. Okay? Is it okay? Everyone getting proper voice?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Sure. Okay. So when it comes to your DT, let us see which are the important topics. If again, this is the paper analysis of your direct taxes. Okay. In the paper analysis of direct taxes, what common you will find? See, the common thing, is it international taxation, various entity, assessment procedure, TDS, TCS. International taxation, various entity, assessment procedure, TDS, TCS. These are two papers. Then moving to next two papers. Understand this very wisely, because now I am going to tell you the paper positioning that is very vital for your DP. Again, it is international various entity assessment procedure TDS TCS, international various entity assessment procedure TDS TCS. 4 chapters only. These 4 chapters, and can I do the total? I don't know how to do the total. You are very well in the totaling. You only tell me. What is 30 plus 50 nowadays? 30 plus 20. I already said the answer. Is it आजकल 50 होता है? Is it 50 right now? What is 12 plus 8? Is it 20 nowadays? Oh, only 70 marks from these 4 chapters. Do the totaling of this. Tell me, what is the total? मैम कैलसी लेके नहीं बैठना तो दिक्कत हो गई है. How much is the total?
76.
76.
अच्छा, only from this 4 chapters, 76. उसको भी छोड़ दें. What is this international and various entity coming for 50 marks? International and various entity coming for exemption. Is that so? And ये MCQ वाले पैटर्न का ही है, जो whatever analysis is just from MCQ वाला. चलो आगे और बढ़ते हैं, इधर भी देख लेते हैं एक बार. What is the overall total?
Again 76.
And what about this?
84.
84?
Yes, ma'am.
What about that? चलो इतना टोटल किधर हुआ?
66.
And what about this?
68.
So are you just trying to understand what I'm telling you? Only 2 chapters can make you pass. Only 2 chapters, that is your various entity and your international taxation coming for the purpose of exemption. And students are like, DT is very vast. It is vast, no doubt. But obviously for the purpose of exam, what is the focus area? Have you even seen salary का SB also? कहीं भी नहीं मिलेगा. Salary मिलेगा ही नहीं तुम्हें. House property you will not form. Only the important adjustment that I'm telling you. Your set of carry forward, your clubbing. कुछ भी नहीं आने वाला. Because already they have asked in your inter level. So what is for the inter level? I will give a bunch of lecture. That only you have to see. वो उतना देख लेना, more than sufficient. Don't go into the depth of those concepts that are not at all asked. अब इस पे चलते हैं. Now, how the paper pattern is designed. See, IDT now I have not told you this because IDT do not have that paper pattern. Now this is DT. What is the paper pattern in DT? Chalo. When it comes to various entity, what do you mean by various entity? Various entity means total income calculation, tax calculation of company, LLP, AOP, BI. Remember just now I have asked SEC कौन होते हैं? All those SECs का total income you will be calculating or tax liability you will be calculating. Understood why I have asked SECs कौन से होते हैं? So that are what SEC. Now check question number 1. Pay utmost attention here because we have to practice this. Question number 1, can you find calculation of company? That means it is assessment of various entity, and in assessment of various entity, company ka assessment you have to do. So question number 1 है May 2019 में company assessment. Again in November 2019, again you will find assessment of company for 14 months. That means, are you getting question number 1 generally is company का assessment. What about next वाला paper? Again assessment of company. Again it is assessment of company. So are you clear? What is the paper pattern? Question number 1 is assessment of company. That means various entity coming here for 14 marks. But ma'am, is it only assessment of company? Always adjustment of PGBP. Here also. Always in question number 1, you will find PGBP ke adjustment. So are you getting where your PGBP and various entity? Abdul, abhi to class start hi hui hai. ठीक है? Active. So where you will find PGBP as well as company का assessment question number 1. 14 number का clear हुआ. Ma'am, why you are telling all this? जैसे you will open the paper, you should know. Okay, here I will get PGBP. If I am strong in PGBP, you should read question 1. If you are strong in question number 2, you will find what is the question number 1 ka paper positioning. That means if you know the mind map of questions, then you can use that 15 minutes very wisely. And we have understood that is only 12 minutes. So you can use what? 12 minutes very wisely. Chalo. Ab question number 2 kya ma'am? Chalo. Again, question number 2 is what? Assessment either of company, assessment of firm. Are you getting? Again, various entities, question number 2. Again, question number 2 comes from which chapter? Various entity. Ma'am, what about next wala part? Dekhte hain. Now, this is next question number 2. Acha, various entity, again question number 2 pe, various entity, again question number 2. That means your question number 1 is company fix. Sometime it could be LLP, sometime it could be LLP, and rarest chance of being individual. But most probably 90% question number 1 kiska aata hai? Company assessment. And when it comes to question number 2 is about various entity. It could be LLP because they have not asked LLP. It could be LLP, it could be AOP, it could be anything, but always various entity. Understood? So here also question number 2 various entity, and in this paper also question number 2 is about various entity. So again 14 plus 8, matlab question 1, question 2 various entity. Now ma'am, where is international taxation? Giving you the crux. If you find question number 2 ka B is international taxation, you can always find question number 3 ka bhi last wala international taxation, question 4 ka bhi last wala international taxation. Even wherever you will find last wala question is international taxation. That means I know if one question 2 ka B is international taxation, always last ki saladi, last wali position kya hai? International taxation. Saladi and Abdul. Badhiya. क्या खाया था रात को? What you have eaten? अभी तो start ही हुआ है. Day 1. ऐसे I will pinpoint everyone. That is the benefit of being face to face. ठीक है? चलो. So question number 1 company. Question 2 again various entity, and what you have learned, if it is question number 2 ka last part international, always last part will be international taxation 90%. Obviously 10% pattern they could change, but at least we have a roadmap. Now when you will be opening your paper at 1:45, first check international ka type of question. You can check question number 2 various entity mein which various entity is given, LLP, AOP, BY. Are you getting? That means you are well versed ki concept kaun sa aane wala hai. Now what about ma'am question number 3? 90% or 99% हमेशा always charitable trust is asked. I can say 100% also. Always one question of charitable trust they will ask either in form of case study or either in form of exit tax ka calculation or tax liability calculation. So when it comes to question number 3, charitable trust, next year also charitable trust. Abhi itna samjha. I will give you this adjustment sheet. Do not write it down right now. This is also charitable trust. This is also charitable trust. But in this attempt, it was charitable trust ka tax calculation. So in next attempt, this is exit tax calculation. Might be you don't know the chapters right now, but are you getting only the name of chapter? Don't go into the depth of the concept ki what is exit tax calculation. But at least can you see ki it is charitable trust always coming. And it is question 3 or question number 2. They can reverse it. Either question 3 or question number 2 will be your charitable trust. Again, coming to next one. Are you getting? We are analyzing 4 years ka paper. Okay. Now, ma'am, where here it is international taxation. When it comes to question number 3, again, see. In next attempt, again there is your trust ka calculation over here. So they will give trust ka calculation, and here in question number 2 they have given trust ka calculation. That means always 100% one question of charitable trust will be there. Either question 2, question 3 depends. They can flip it, but always charitable trust you will find. So question number 1, company assessment. Question number 2, various entity. Question number 2 ka if it is international, B or C is international, always B or C will find international in your chapter, in your paper. Then if question number 2 is trust, question number 3 no dusra various entity hoga, but charitable trust will always be there. Is there any doubt till now that what we are doing? We are just analyzing past 4-5 papers to get the trend and the paper pattern. Ma'am, after this TDS TCS will always come, and always TDS TCS is for 8 marks, except one attempt they have given TDS TCS for 4 marks. Always you will find this for 8 marks. No exceptions are there. Always TDS and TCS for 8 marks. In only one attempt you will find that they have given this TDS TCS for 4 marks. So this is the attempt. Otherwise, always 8 marks. So can you just consider that we have to be strong in international taxation, various entity, and TDS TCS to pass the exam. If I'm very strong in this, at least I can easily score 45. Easily 45. Because tough paper bhi itna tough nahi hota hai ki you cannot score 40. Okay? Then what about assessment procedure? Always it will be coming, and the beauty of assessment procedure is new questions are generally not asked. Always assessment procedure, but they do not ask new questions for assessment procedure. Generally, if you find ki time nahi hai, you are having shortage of time, go to the question bank of assessment procedure, at least wo bhi kar liya. So at least you would be able to write, because generally new questions are not asked, because when we will be doing the assessment procedure, you will find lots and lots and lots of probability. I will spend 7 days only for the assessment procedure. It is that much in depth. What is AO? Inter students, you should be knowing the meaning of AO. What is AO? Do not give me the full form. Yeah, AO.
Sir.
Yeah. Pardon, Abdul?
Assessing officer.
What I said, do not give me the full form. Who is AO? Who is AO? AO कौन है? तुम्हें पता है? AO is assessing officer. AO कौन होता है? Tough question. Difficult.
Authority or appropriate person to whom we are getting some kind of notices.
Now this is the tough paper for you. अभी जब पता है, when students say ना the paper is tough, do not believe them. Why? Because it might be tough for them, might be not tough for you. At least check the level. Now if I am asking AO, don't you think joint commissioner, additional commissioner, assistant commissioner, deputy commissioner, and income tax officer is your AO? You know the levels, hierarchy. In hierarchy, this 3 inspector, additional commissioner, assistant commissioner, deputy commissioner, additional commissioner, joint commissioner, these 3 are commonly called as AO. Inhe bolte AO. So this is not assessing officer. In assessing officer, these 3 are the concepts that are AO. And minutely what they do, Instead of Joint Commissioner, they write CIT issues this. So you have to be aware where AO is written, CIT is not AO. And you write answer randomly and without knowing कि CIT तो AO ही नहीं है. Might be some powers are with AO, but some power is with CIT. Understand the concept wisely. Tell me mistake apparent from record. ये तो बहुत जमाने से कर रहे हैं. This is not a CA final का concept. At least you know ना. Mistake apparent from record. Have you ever heard this phrase? Mistake apparent from record. Say yes or no. Heard?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. So now tell me the meaning of mistake apparent from record. Giving you 1 minute to think. अच्छे से सोचो. And don't tell me, मैम जो mistake सामने दिख जाए. Again I am telling you, don't tell me कि जो सामने दिख जाए. Will they? No?
After we are submitting the records to them, if they are asking for any records from us, and we are submitting to them, and if they find out that there is any mistakes or evasion from the records.
So that is another way of saying from the record, if they see something, that is mistake apparent from record. Now instead of direct, he says if someone submits and this happens. No, why I am telling you this? When you read AO, so you only read AO. You have to understand what is the level of AO. When you read mistake apparent from record from Inter, you know what is mistake apparent from record. Mistake apparent from record is not when I can see from the records. It is not that. Mistake apparent from record means no two views possible. No debate is possible. Suppose Abdul is saying no man, AO to ye hota hai. I am saying no, AO to ye hota hai. That means no debate is possible on that. No two views are possible. I am saying deduction should be allowed. He is saying deduction not allowed. He is saying deduction not allowed. I am saying allowed. That is debatable. Mistake apparent from record means no debate possible. Point number 1. Second point. Mistake apparent from record is matter of fact. It is not from law. Law related mistake is not mistake apparent from record. It is fact related. Write it down. Mistake apparent from record means non-debatable, no non-debatable, no two views are possible. Point number 2, it is mistake of fact, not law. Then point number 3, no investigation is needed for such mistake. You don't need to do investigation to find out that mistake. It is just you will come to know कि okay, this is the mistake. No investigation is needed. So basically, this is mistake apparent from record. So do not just read the word, go into the lines, because institute frames DT ka paper, and that is literally this time ka DT you can also expect. You can ask your friends also. It was literally above average. So when things are above average, you have to do little bit preparation above average. Okay? So we were on the paper analysis. So these are the 4 chapters that is what the crux of the entire DT. Then Ma'am, what about other chapters like GAR? You will find GAR chapter is there. You will find penalty chapter is there. So rest last wala question. If ekdam jo last mein question, that is question number 5, is either GAR, either it is text planning ka question, either it is amendment wala question, either it is capital gain, matlab elementary. Question 5 is elementary topics का fillers कि जो तुम छोड़ देते हो ना chapters कि चलो ये छोड़ देते हैं. Do not skip penalty chapter, do not skip GAR वाला chapter, do not skip your text planning वाला chapter because this is the filler. 4 marks का. The maximum weightage is minimum is 4 marks. In July 21, penalty was asked for 12 marks. So that penalty is not direct wali penalty, misreporting penalty, under-reporting penalty, calculation wali penalty. They have asked for 12 marks. Again, one of the misconception of student, can we skip this? If you skip this, now the trend of the paper is if something is asked in MCQ, suppose misreporting they have asked in MCQ. Again, the question relating to misreporting you will find there in descriptive. मतलब अगर तुमने penalty छोड़ा, if you skip penalty, you think कि MCQ में आएगा या तो descriptive में आएगा. Now they are changing the pattern. Now the pattern is if a topic is asked in descriptive, same topic they will ask where in MCQ. मतलब तुम इधर से भी गए और इधर से भी गए. So it's better you have time, do not skip anything and keep doing cumulative revision because once you complete it right now, it is chances you will forget because DT is very vast. IDT again very vast with respect to linkage. What you need is cumulative revision. Now what is your strategy of doing a subject? Abhi pura complete kar lete, done. Then you will start after 1 month revision. Already abhi main jo bol rahi hu. From 8, 10, whatever I have said, पूरा 100% अभी भी register नहीं हुआ होगा. Many things you would have just skipped or many things you would have forgotten कि मैंने क्या क्या बोला था. You would be knowing only the crux. Now after 1 month I will ask what was there in your class 1. You will be knowing only this कि मैंने paper analysis बताया था, वो इतना ही रह जाएगा. So are you getting? You have to do cumulative revision because your brain requires cumulative revision to go into the long-term memory. So for that, task completion will be mandatory. That is what included in mentoring. If I complete something and I say you have to write it down and submit it to me, you have to write it down and you have to submit it to me because हमें class में ही सब complete करना. After class, it should be revision. Are you getting? So in the class, learn with me, in the class, understand with me, and after the class, it should be only revision. Done? Now, talking about the book, I will give my handwritten charts for everything. If you want to refer, you can either refer compact or you can refer study material. I will be explaining everything through my handwritten charts. That is already including everything. But still you want ना कि मैम कुछ reference के लिए चाहिए तो I will say go for the compact. In compact we will write some things. बहुत सारी चीजें I will make you incorporate in that. So either use BB sir की compact. What about मैम question bank? I will be giving you the PDF of my question bank. ठीक है? So we will be using that. In PDF, what is exam oriented पे you have to focus. Highlighting of the keyword, everything already done. That means at the time of exam, what you should write, everything already highlighted in my question bank. And we have already pointed out that this is the exam time writing practice wale question that you must write down and practice. So everything already done in the question bank. So you have any query? In DT, linkage is not important. In DT, logic of the concept is important. Ki why this section was introduced. If you know the why, you don't need to mug up DT. Okay? So if you have any question, you can ask because this was the class mainly about what we are going to do. Test series, chapter wise, yes. Live exam, yes. Mentoring, yes. Cumulative revision, yes. And revision videos again with the question solution will be uploaded. Timely manner पे as we complete here, question plus chapter, उधर तुम्हारा revision video upload हो जाएगा. Done? You have any query, you can ask. Why you are looking to the time, Kalani? Yeah, Lakshmi.
Nothing, ma'am. Clear.
Yeah, pardon?
Nothing, ma'am. Everything clear.
Everything clear. Abdul?
Ma'am, you are saying that you are providing this kind of lectures as well as mentorship till the end of the exam. You are with us. Otherwise, up to the lectures, you are providing this kind of mentorship. Ma'am.
No, mentorship I will be providing that. Now you will be, see, what generally happens, students do not do it during the classes. They are just कि हम कर रहे हैं ना सब आ रहा है. At the time of exam, they find out. I'm out doubt. And generally, 1 month before the exam, you find कि all the doubts हैं. So that's why I said, see, doubts you can ask anytime. Then when it comes to mentoring, if every student will agree and they will be doing the targets, even after the class, I can again give you the targets. But there should be two-way communication and you should complete the targets. Then I can again restart with the revision mentoring. I have no issues in that.
Ma'am, after the class आके हमको कैसा रहने वाला है मैम? Means after the class आके maybe Zoom class ऐसा रहने वाला है या mentorship कैसा रहने वाला है मैम?
Mentoring ना साथ में चलेगी अभी क्लास के साथ ही. जैसे मैंने I'm just explaining him कुछ भी English में I'm not giving anything extra, तो मैं सिर्फ उसको हिंदी में explain कर दूँ, ठीक है? So देखो basically क्या है, जैसे मैंने suppose करो अभी international complete करा, ट्रांसफर प्राइसिंग कंप्लीट किया, तो उसका अब जैसे अपन डीटी डबल लेते आ गए तो ट्रांसफर प्राइसिंग तुम भूल जाओ, तो उसका रिवीजन सेशन पहले मैं दूंगी कि तुम लर्न करो, एक दिन वो टास्क होगा, फिर उसका एक रिवीजन सेशन दूंगी, फिर टेस्ट सीरीज होगी. मतलब क्लास के साथ तुम्हारे ऐसे में 3 रिवीजन होंगे और मैं बोल बोल के भी बीच बीच में रिवीजन करवाती हूँ, तो 3-4 रिवीजन तुम्हारी क्लास में जाएंगे. अंडरस्टूड? और
मैम नो मैम, ये आफ्टर लेक्चर्स के बाद आके मीन हमको आके आफ्टर एग्जाम्स के बाद आके एग्जाम्स कोई रहेंगे आफ्टर लेक्चर्स के बाद मे बी 60 डेज के बाद कंप्लीट हो जाएगा ना मैम. उसके बाद आके एग्जाम्स कोई रहेगा या अदरवाइज आके टिल एग्जाम्स तक आके टिल मे एग्जाम्स तक आके आप हमारे साथ रहेंगे या मुझे आके आफ्टर
I will be there, but after the classes, ठीक है, क्लास खत्म हो गई, एक लाइव एग्जाम होगी 2 to 5 सेम जैसे अपने आईसीआई की होती है ना, वैसे ऐसे लाइव तुम 3 घंटे में तुम्हारे साथ बैठोगी, तुम एग्जाम देंगे. अब उसके बाद मेंटरिंग कर सकते हैं हम क्लास के बाद भी, यहाँ पे भी होगी, बाद में भी हो सकती है, बट उसमें सारे बच्चों को टारगेट्स कंप्लीट करने पड़ेंगे. ऐसा नहीं कि एक बच्चा कंप्लीट कर रहा है बाकी कुछ नहीं कर रहे. समझ रहे हो मेरी बात? अगर सब वो टारगेट्स कंप्लीट करते हैं तो वो 2 घंटे का ही मैं स्लॉट दिया करूंगी, मतलब कि सिर्फ 2 घंटे डीटी पढ़ो या आईडीटी पढ़ो, मैं टारगेट्स दे दूंगी और वाइवा भी ले लूंगी उसमें. बट एवरीवन शुड एग्री, ठीक है, कि हम करेंगे कंप्लीट ऐसा. ठीक है.
सो आफ्टर लेक्चर के बाद भी आप आके हमको आगे टारगेट्स देते रहेंगे, एग्जाम्स कंडक्ट करते रहेंगे.
हमारा ग्रुप अभी बनेगा क्योंकि अभी कुछ जी ड्राइव में जा रहे हैं, अभी कितने लोग लाइव इधर उधर शिफ्ट करते रहते हैं, तो जैसे ये एक वीक में पता चल जाएगा कितने स्टूडेंट्स हैं, फिर हमारा एक ग्रुप बन जाएगा, उस ग्रुप में ही मैं मेंटरिंग और ये सब टास्क देती रहूंगी, और जो क्लास के है वो तो लाइव ही दे दूंगी टारगेट्स कि कल तुम्हें ये करना है. एंड वन मोर थिंग, इफ यू डू नॉट कंप्लीट द टारगेट, जनरली आई डू नॉट गिव लिंक फॉर द नेक्स्ट क्लास. मतलब इट इज धमकी. You have to do this because if I am not giving you something like that, you won't do. Ma'am, हो गया task. So how will I check? I will take viva either writing. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि मैं generally ऐसा करती हूँ, but कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा ना. Then only you will do the targets.
Definitely.
Anything else? पूछ लो आज, क्योंकि आज ही तुम मुझसे क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हो, अगली बार से तो सिर्फ मैंने पूछ लिया. Any other doubt you can ask. Create करो. Create your doubts.
Doubt regarding classes, no doubt, ma'am. But you told like fillers, like last question you have fillers, some miscellaneous concept, 4 marks, 5 marks. Like that. What you told? Penalty, GAR, and
it would be GAR, it would be penalty, or text planning, or amendments. And then elementary chapter, income from other source, capital gain. Nowadays, capital gain is important for them. They frame case study also. So all this, GAR, text planning, amendment, penalty. These are the fillers. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Rajesh ji, any doubt? Sachin?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
I don't have a plan B, ma'am. I'm completely trusting you.
Okay. Chalo. So this was all about the DT and whatever we are going to do in DT. If you want little bit, I can start, or we can start from tomorrow, because this day I have planned only what is going to be in the class. Okay. So if you want, we can start. If you want, from tomorrow we can start afresh, and we will be starting first with the international taxation. Okay. So international taxation carries 30 marks. So we will start. Ma'am, what about MCQ and case study scenarios? Again, like ITT, I said, MCQ booklet. Once I have completed transfer pricing, what international. So whatever international ke MCQs are there, separately we will record a video. I will put it on YouTube. You have to, during the mentorship, complete that MCQs. Similarly, case study digest. Whatever was for transfer pricing, I will upload. You will complete that, because in case study digest, mixture of the concepts is there. So that is possible only after the substantial completion of the class. Okay. So whether it is MCQ, whether it is revision, everything included in class, but you have to give 100% effort as I am giving. Then only you will find ki, okay, classes are going to be useful. Complete targets. Okay. So what you want? Should we start now? Bolo, jaldi. Or we should start from tomorrow?
You can start.
Tomorrow, ma'am.
Only one person tomorrow. Tum log bhi bolo. Others, please. Karthik, main interview le leती. Yeah, vote for.
Ma'am, we can start.
We can start. Rajesh ji,
Yeah, we can start. ma'am.
we can start. Abdul,
We can, ma'am.
आप तीन ने बोल दिया तो बोलना ही है. Majority then हो ही जाएगी. Lakshmi, we can start now.
Yes, ma'am.
So, Sachin, we are going to start now. Only you wanted tomorrow.
No problem, ma'am.
Chalo. So we are going to start with the transfer pricing. Now, in this international taxation, what are the types of questions that will be coming? So first, I am focusing only on transfer pricing. When it comes to transfer pricing, the types of question you could expect. Is transfer pricing always coming in the exam? 90% to yes. Now in transfer pricing, the type of question. Ma'am, what is transfer pricing? Chalo, sabse pehle is pe aate hain, fir I will giving you the type of question. Transfer pricing means I am giving you something. I am selling you something. I am not going into international level. But commonly, if I say I am selling you something, so what should be the sales price? General market price. जो market में price होना चाहिए, वही तो sales price होना चाहिए ना. So that general sales price should be market price, और उसी को हम क्या बोलते हैं? Transfer price. Getting? तो पहला concept है, suppose this is my product. I am selling this product to someone. So market में the price is suppose 500 rupees. So at least sell it for 500 rupees. Simple. So this 500 का product ये transfer price है. The price at which you transfer is transfer price. Done. इतना समझ में आया? The price at which you transfer is transfer price. Now this transfer price should be at arm's length price. Now arm's length price क्या होता है? अभी बोले ना market price. Market price को ही हम क्या बोलते हैं? Market price is only known as arm length price. क्या इतना basic समझ में है कि what is transfer price? Transfer price should be at arm's length price, and arm's length price is nothing but your market price. What means to unrelated party, whatever price you are giving, related party को भी you should give at that price only. Why? Related party can have an influence on us. So they are saying related को भी उतने में ही दो, give at same price at which you are giving to an unrelated party. So are you understanding only the word का meaning? Transfer price. Done. Now slowly moving to next step. कि how it is related to international taxation. अब समझो. This is me. I am having company A. India में I am having company A, and I am also having a company in tax haven. word tax haven. I'm also having a company in tax haven. Let's say Dubai. Dubai में भी मेरी क्या है company. Now Dubai में is there any income tax? No. That means what I will try कि I will show more sales where in Dubai. कि sales कहाँ हो रही है, revenue कहाँ generate हो रहा है, revenue is generated in Dubai instead of India. What I will try. That means what I will try, I will book expenses more in India and income more where in Dubai. Logical? Income कहाँ book करूँगी मैं दुबई में and expenses I will book in India. Means I will try to increase purchase in India and sales where in Dubai. Now what will happen? I will take the advantage of that tax haven company. I will take what the advantage of my tax haven वाली company. कैसे? Suppose I have purchased from there. From मैं क्या करूँगी दुबई वाली company को बोलूँगी दुबई वाली companies give me this 50,000 pieces of this mouse. I will say what is the arm length price? 500. I will say no, give me for 1200. Why? 1200 पे purchase India में it will be booking. Increase the purchase. उधर sales भी तो increase होगा. Are you getting? There you will increase the purchase. There sales will increase. That means international level पे instead of market value, you are trying to take the advantage because your company is situated in tax haven. That is why they have bring the concept of transfer pricing. No, we will check. Actual transfer price is 500. You have to revise your total income. Are you getting the concept? Why transfer pricing? इतना सबको समझ में आया? Everyone understood कि why transfer pricing? Because one is in another country. International level पे we are selling or buying something, and international level पे what are we selling? What are we buying? What are we doing? We are trying to take the advantage, and because we are taking the advantage, they have bring the concept of transfer pricing. Done? Now, concept number 1. Do not write. I will give you the PDF right now. Abhi sirf base we are generating. When it comes to transfer pricing, TP is nothing but my transfer pricing. When it comes to transfer pricing, the concept of transfer pricing will apply only and only when there is international transaction. Only when there is international transaction. अगर ये international transaction है, then only transfer pricing provisions are applicable. And this international transaction should be between associate enterprise. अरे ये क्या? They are saying transfer pricing की provision will apply, but this transfer pricing की provision will be applicable if it is international transaction, and that international transaction should be between associate enterprise. Ma'am, what is this associate enterprise? I said na, the price you are giving to unrelated party, same price should be for related party. That means associate, related party का synonym क्या हो गया? Synonym for related party is your associate enterprise. That much you understood. Now they have given 92A. 92A में entire definition they have given only for your associate enterprise, that what is associate enterprise. And the most important definition of entire transfer pricing is this associate enterprise. So base समझ में आया? What is the base? There's always international transaction. It should be between associate enterprise. कितनी associate होना चाहिए, that we will come to know. But at least associate enterprise should be part of the transaction. And that transaction should be at arm's length price, that means market price. If it is at market price, good. No, then we will do the calculation and reverse your total income in our benefit. What I am saying, in our benefit. Our con government. That means if I apply transfer pricing ki provision, and by applying transfer pricing provision, your income is reducing, we will not apply transfer pricing ki provision. Matlab, only if it is going in the benefit of government department, then only transfer pricing ki provisions applicable. मतलब मैम we apply transfer pricing की provisions. After applying transfer pricing की provision, my total income reducing. किसका benefit? assessee का benefit. Transfer pricing provision will never be applicable if it is going in the benefit of assessee. It will be applicable only and only when it is going in the favor of department. इतनी बात समझ में आई? So point number 1, transfer pricing means arm's length price pay, market price pay, the transaction should be done. The transaction should be an international transaction and it should be between associate enterprise. If the transfer pricing provisions are applied and it is going in the favor of SSC, no transfer pricing provisions will be applicable. But if it is going in the favor of department, only then transfer pricing ke provisions are applicable. Whatever right now I am explaining, I will be giving you entire chapter ka overview. Because from tomorrow when we will be going in depth, you will find already we know all these things. ठीक है? तो क्या point number 1 समझ में आ गया? Transfer pricing क्या होता है? Done. You understand what is arm's length price, market value. You understand the transaction should be between associate enterprise and it should be an international transaction and should be in the favor of whom? Government? Yes. Then only they will apply these provisions, otherwise they will not apply. Now suppose we have applied transfer pricing ke provision. Okay, I applied transfer pricing ke provision. Now due to the application of transfer pricing provision, now due to the application, this is one person and this is another person. In दोनों के बीच में between them transaction happened. Between this person and this person, transaction happened. Now, transfer pricing provisions are applied. Transfer pricing provisions are applied on this person and his total income. His total income increased due to the application of transfer pricing provision. Increase ही हो सकता है, they will not reduce. Suppose इस person का total income increased due to the application of transfer pricing provision. What about the total income of this person? Would there be any change in the total income of this person due to the change of this total income? Tell me. Logically, tell me.
Yes. Yes.
Anyone else? No, they say no. Even if we apply transfer pricing provisions on this, and due to the transfer pricing provision, total income of one person changing, another person ka total income will remain as it is. So what are the 2 points you have just learned? First, transfer pricing provisions are applied only to the benefit of government. Done? Transfer pricing provisions, due to the transfer pricing provisions, if total income of one is changing, another person ka total income will remain as it is, it will not change. Transfer pricing provisions applied only if it is an international transaction. And it should be between associate enterprise. At least one should be a non-resident associate enterprise. But you should know that it should be associate enterprise for the time being. Itna concept, do not write. It's just an overview. Do not write. I'm just trying to put words in your head. These are the words you will go through. Now, again, ma'am, when it is transfer pricing, you are saying it should be at arm's length price. And what I'm saying, transfer pricing is arm's length price. Every international transaction should be at arm's length price. I'm repeating this again and again. Say yes or no. Now, suppose to Saladi, I'm in Dubai. To Saladi, I'm selling something. He is purchasing 50,000 units from me. Abdul is purchasing only 5,000 units. I am associate of Abdul also. I am associate of Saladi also. He is taking 50,000. He is taking only 5,000. Bulk discount to genuine hai na? Because Saladi is taking 50,000 bulk. That means there would be some functional differences. There would be some genuine reason because of which it is not coming at market price. Ho sakta hai na? Are you getting the logic? Because someone is taking 50,000, he is taking only 5,000. So genuine reason hai na? We will allot him discount. That is the reason it is not coming at market price. So will they allow that genuine reason? Yes. So there are 3 genuine reasons you will find in entire transfer price. Only 3 genuine reasons. Genuine reason number 1, bulk discount. Because one related party, you are taking 50,000 units. Unrelated party ने तो सिर्फ 5,000 units लिया. Because I have to give to related party a market price. So unrelated party ने सिर्फ 5,000 they have purchased and he is purchasing 50,000. So yes, bulk discount genuine है. Please adjust it. कैसे adjust होगा? Do not think right now. But are you getting what question you will find? Question is bulk discount allowed. That is genuine. Second thing, warranty. Warranty. Suppose I am selling to what? Related party. Now I am using just word, normal word, related party, not associate enterprise. I am selling to related party. And related party ko I am giving warranty also. So I will charge for warranty. Na? If I am giving you, okay, I give you warranty that if this laptop doesn't work good for 1 year, I will give free services. I am giving warranty. So I am giving warranty to related party, but I am not giving warranty to unrelated party. So I will charge na genuine. I will charge for warranty. That is the reason my prices are going above market price, because warranty charges are included in my price. So second number ka valid reason you will find warranty. Understood? One difference could be discount ke reason se. One reason could be warranty ka reason. Third reason. What will be my third reason? My third reason is interest. Ma'am, interest kya hai? Ma'am, related party ko I am giving for 3 months credit. He will pay me interest. 3 months ka credit I have given to the related party. Unrelated party ko koi credit I have not given. I have not given any credit. 1 month, 2 months, kuch nahi diya. He is directly paying me cash. But when I am giving to my related party, 3 months ka credit I am giving. So obviously interest charge I will include na. That is the reason my market price is only 500. But my transaction price with related party going little bit above. So are you getting 3 genuine reasons? Discount, warranty and interest calculation would be, you will find it. इतना समझ में आया कि what is going to be in your chapter, what they are trying to make. अब और आगे जाते हैं. Ma'am, wait. Unrelated party could not be only one. Suppose Lakshmi is also my unrelated party. I have sold this mouse to Lakshmi also. Rajesh is also my unrelated party. Karthik is also unrelated party. Sachin is also unrelated party. Oh my God. That means lots of fair market value. Because when I given to Lakshmi, she purchased 5,000 units. Karthik purchased 7,000 units. Rajesh purchased warranty also and 2,000 units. That means my market value will change according to the circumstance of unrelated party also. Are you getting? Unrelated party different. Situation of selling them is different. So my market price will also be different now. How can you get only one arm length price? क्या ये बात समझ में? Have you understood the logic? When my different unrelated parties are there, different situations are there, different arm length price I will get. So which arm length price I will pick? अब ये भी तो एक है ना कि if unrelated parties are so much, I have to pick which I have to take for my related party के comparison के लिए. So in such a case, they say if you have only 5 arm length price, different 5 arm length price, 5 unrelated party, 5 arm length price. So they will give you different method for calculation of arm length price. But if it is more than 5 related party, more than 5 arm length price, then different method for calculation of your arm length price. So when more than 5 you have related, unrelated party ka transaction price, use range concept. And when you have up to 5, they will say use average concept. Are you getting? Based on the number of observations from unrelated party, your method for calculation of arm length price will change. तो मैंने क्या बताया? I am trying to tell you that when it comes to transfer pricing, entire chapter will revolve around calculation of arm length price. Entire chapter is based only on one thing, that you have to calculate arm length price. Now arm length price, if you have 5 observations, 4 observations, 3 observations, take average. If you have more than 5 observations, take range concept. Ma'am, how we will identify कि we have to actually apply this transfer pricing? Check whether the सामने वाला person is your associate or not. Every step, point number 1, you will check whether the person is my associate, whether it is international transaction. Yes, it is associate. Yes, it is international transaction. Now apply transfer pricing के provision. That means until and unless it is international transaction, transfer pricing will not be applicable. If it is not associate enterprise, transfer pricing not applicable. If it is associate, it is international both, then you will apply the concept of transfer pricing. Are you getting the overview of the chapter? What is going to be in chapter? One word, calculation of arm's length price. Now for the calculation of arm's length price, point number 1. It would be questions. Okay. Different methods of calculation of arm's length price. Different method ones, cup method, transitional net margin method. You will get retail sales price method. There are 5 types of method to calculate the arm's length price. And that is 5-star methods. Only questions from that. That 5-star method, how to calculate that arm's length price methods are given. Apart from this, anything asked, if they are not giving you calculation, they will give you case study. Case study, what is the most appropriate method? Now, samjho. I am saying there are 5 methods they will be discussing. 5 arm's length price ki method. How many? 5 methods. Now, you have to choose the most appropriate method in your case. You cannot apply any random. What is the most appropriate method you will pick? So this most appropriate method you have to choose and apply for your case. That means you have to, in case study, they will frame a case study, you have to identify what is the most appropriate method in that case study. Getting the type of question. Question number 1, direct calculation of arm's length price. They will give you discount adjustment, they will give you warranty adjustment, they will give you interest calculation adjustment, calculate arm's length price. If not this type of question number 2, case study. Identify what is most appropriate method. Are you getting the type of question and the overview of the chapter? Aya? Itne tak. It is not at all an explanation, but this explanation will help you to understand the entire chapter very better. Because now you know the meaning. Okay. See, now I'm going to explain you what is international transaction. Now you understand that transfer pricing provisions are applicable when it is international transaction. Ma'am, what is international transaction? So, international transaction is transaction between 2 or more associate enterprise at least one should be now very basic thing before going to the chapter. This is the basic thing that there should be international transaction. There should be what? International transaction. Now, what is international transaction? Transaction between 2 or more associate enterprise and at least one should be non-associate. Now, you only tell me. There is a transaction between one non-resident and another is resident. One non-resident and another also non-resident. One resident, another also resident. The transaction between non-resident and resident, is it an international transaction? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Transaction between non-resident and another non-resident, is it an international transaction?
No.
Think again. Pakka no?
No.
So it should be a
Yes. Yes, I know.
One should
At
be
least one should be.
At least one non-resident. Yes, it might be yes.
At
Yeah.
least one should be non-resident. That means this answer is not correct. Even two non-residents are there. That is an international transaction. Now, one resident, another resident. Is it
No.
an international?
No, no.
No. But you will find a concept of specified domestic transaction. You will find a concept of specified domestic transaction. Even both are residents. Still, if it is specified domestic transaction, international transaction, transfer pricing provision will be happening. For that, we have to check the conditions of specified domestic transaction. Getting into the little bit flow of the chapter, that first it should be international transaction. It is international transaction only when it is between an associate enterprise. We have not yet discussed anything about it. But international transaction between associate enterprise and at least one should be non-resident. So ye international hai. It is what? International. Now, when we will move to the definition of associate, what are the concepts that are covered in the definition of associate? Point number one. When it comes to associate, if one enterprise have 26% or more voting power of another enterprise, directly or indirectly, both the enterprises are said to be associate enterprise. So now they're telling you how you will identify whether something is associate or not an associate. So point number one, if one enterprise have 26% or more voting power of other enterprise, then only it is said to be associate enterprise. Whether directly, indirectly, we will go in detail. But again, एक enterprise दूसरे enterprise का, one enterprise holds another enterprise 26% or more voting power, they are said to be associate enterprise. Why 26%? What is the reason of 26? Tell me why only 26% return? Because you cannot mug up. Every time you should know the reason why it is that. Why you think it is 26%? It should be 25. It could be 24. It could be 50%. Then why 26? Think of it. 1 minute I am giving.
Ma'am, as per Companies Act, associate persons means at least they should be hold 25%. I think so, ma'am.
As per Companies Act, associate person is 26.
26, ma'am. 25%, ma'am. More than 25%, it should be associate enterprise.
Or something else. Can you pass special resolution?
Special resolution मैम अगर पास करना है तो.
Exactly. Special resolution means special business. Law में you know, if you have done law, then okay. No, if you do not know, that is also okay. There are two types of resolution. Ordinary resolution require majority, but special resolution means special business. That is not mentioned in AOA, MOA, something is there. Do not go into the depth. But special business के लिए 75% voting is needed. And if I am holding even 26%, You cannot pass special resolution without me. So that is the reason if one enterprise holds 26% or more of the other enterprise, you are actually influencing that person, right? There is an influential power because without me, special resolution cannot be passed. That is why both are said to be associate enterprise. Done? That means we are not doing right now directly, indirectly, but at least you understood overview. If one enterprise holds another enterprise for 26% or more, it is said to be associate enterprise. Now, point number 2. Again, if one enterprise, this is again an enterprise, if one enterprise appoints majority of board of director or one executive member of other enterprise. Now, when I am the one who is appointing the majority of the board of directors, majority, are you understanding? If 8 of the board of directors are there, 5 I am appointing. So when board resolution will be passed, it is me who has appointed that board of directors. So board resolution will depend again on me. So when majority of the board of directors I am appointing, or even single executive member means having overall day-to-day affairs of the company. So when even a single executive director I am appointing, I have holding on the company. That's why I can appoint them. I have control on the company. That's why I can appoint that person. So again, this enterprise are said to be associate enterprise. Are you getting concept, basic concept ki what is associate enterprise? We have to do case study on this. We have to do direct index sabka case study, but flow. Then what is again associate enterprise? If one enterprise gives loan to other enterprise, if one enterprise give loan to other enterprise and other enterprise ka whatever is the total asset, whatever is the total asset ka book value, 51%, more than 51% or 51% is my loan amount. Whatever asset you are having now, 51% ka to loan I have given you. Again, whatever asset you are having, I have given loan to that enterprise. उस enterprise का 100 करोड़ का क्या है book value of the asset. I am giving loan to Lakshmi. Lakshmi की book value कितनी है? Lakshmi की asset की book value is 100 करोड़. I am saying wait, 51 crore so I have given you as a loan. So that means again I have influence on another enterprise. So both are said to be associate enterprise. Now what institute does? Institute ka adjustment number 1. Again I am discussing the type of question they will frame. In the question what institute will be doing? Point number 1. Institute will be giving in book value they will give 100 crore. Market value 250 crore. No use of market value at all. They will give you market value, but market value does not play any role. My loan is 51 crore, book value is 100 crore. Yes, we are associate enterprise, even though the market value of the asset is 250 crore. Understood this point? Second adjustment that institute given this kind of question. You have given loan to that enterprise and they have repaid it in same year में repayment done or same year में repayment done to that extent that it is now only 40%, 45%, that means less than 51%. The same year में I have given loan to an associate enterprise and it has given repayment back to me. Doesn't matter because associate enterprise ka wording is anytime loan has been given more than 51% or 51% of the total book value of other enterprise, both are associate. So do not focus on repayment. Do not focus on market value. They will give you market value. They will give you repayment in both the cases. Do not focus on that one. So this is the kind of adjustment. Now when we make the adjustment sheet, what we point out, this confusion points that I say create. So if I know this confusion points already, I know the questions. If this type of question will be asked. Are you getting? So when we will revise, In revision, we will say that type of question, this was the adjustment, this was the answer. So your question will be revised with provisions. Okay. Now, I have said the majority of the board of directors you are appointing. As one enterprise appoints majority of the board of directors of other enterprise. Now, what institute will do? 8 board of directors, 4 you are appointing. Now you will be emotional. 50% I am appointing. 51% because majority is not there. 50, and you will find this question. It is not 8 ka 4. It is 8 में से 5 I have to appoint. Then only I will be associate enterprise of that person. Are you understanding? So, voting power कितना था? I forgot. One enterprise hold how much voting power? I forgot.
26% or
Yeah, 26% voting power. Only directly, na?
directly or indirectly.
Directly or indirectly.
Then again there was something I have to appoint someone. I again forgot. How much?
Majority of board of
Majority
directors
board of director
or one executive member.
director.
Is it or and?
Or
Or either this or this. Then one more thing. Right now we have discussed what was that I have to give something to this.
loan to
Loan.
other enterprise,
Loan
and it should be more
How
than
much was the loan?
51% of the
51%
of the book value.
book value, total asset ki book
Total.
value.
What if my market value is more than book value?
Ignore
It's
market
immaterial.
value.
That's what matters. And one more thing, na, I have done repayment in same year. No
Ignore
loan
it.
Doesn't matter.
So
because
anytime.
of word anytime.
Anytime.
Okay. Now, what else they have given in this? From tomorrow we will do with the PDF. Right now I'm giving only the linkage. Now, again, this is an associate enterprise. This is my another associate enterprise. One associate enterprise. This is my another associate enterprise. Now, this associate enterprise depends wholly on technical know-how, patent, copyright, design of another enterprise. The wholly word I am focusing, wholly 100% dependent on some other person. So if you wholly depend on other person for know-how, patent, copyright, design, etc. That means somewhere your product is entirely dependent on other person ka know-how, patent, copyright, design, trademark, etc. So wholly or dependent on that person, so wholly pe to obviously it is associate enterprise. Understood this? Then this is my associate enterprise. This is my enterprise. This is my another enterprise. Now this enterprise provides, very wisely you have to see this. This enterprise provides to this enterprise 90% or more. 90% or more raw material requirement. So whatever raw material this company needs, it is provided by this enterprise, and it is not or, and. Price determined or influenced by, price determined or influenced by other enterprise. Price determined, influenced by other enterprise. That means one enterprise is deciding the price at which 90% ka raw material requirement will be fulfilled. This is determined by another enterprise. That is, influential power is there. If I am supplying you 90% of the thing, I will say I will give at this price. So that means you have the influential power. So when you have the influential power, obviously that person is going to be your associate enterprise. Now, flip of the question, institute ka adjustment. Adjustment number 1. Institute will be like a German company, exactly what is question given. I am just discussing that. There is a German company. We are taking raw material from that German company, more than 90%. More than 90% raw material we are getting from that German company. But price is decided mutually. Now they have flipped what? Mutually the price is decided. Now the student will be again emotional. You know 90% is there. More than 90% का raw material they are getting. Do not focus. It is and return. Both the conditions should satisfy. First 90% or more raw material also and price should be influenced. But here the price is mutually decided. Are they associate enterprise? No, they are not associate enterprise because and condition nahi hai. There is no fulfillment of both the conditions. Flip of the question. 89% of the raw material is provided and price is influenced by other enterprise. Again, are they associate? 89%. No, ma'am. 90% or more specifically given. So understand that probabilities. They will frame such kind of probability in MCQ in your question, and you have to first of all in entire transfer price judge whether they are associate enterprise or not. So whenever you find question on transfer pricing, always first step is to judge whether it is associate enterprise or not an associate enterprise. They will write X is the subsidy of Y. X is the subsidiary of Y. Are they associate enterprise? Tell me. X is the subsidiary of Y.
Yes, ma'am. Remains more than 51%.
Because already 26 you have given it is to more than 50. They have not directly given you the percentage. They are using the word subsidiary. So you should know subsidiary more than 50%. Yes, both are what associate enterprise. So this is the way. Pick that adjustment from the question bank. Whenever we will be solving, I will make you write also. But pick that adjustment because when you revise the provision, revise this kind of adjustments also. Okay? So tomorrow I will provide the PDF of transfer pricing. We will start discussing overall transfer pricing from tomorrow. I guess the base is clear. So first you have to understand what is associate, whether international or not. If both the conditions fulfilled, now apply transfer pricing provisions. Okay? Any doubt in this overview of the chapter? There is just an overview. Any doubt? समझ आ रहा है सबसे पहले अंडरस्टैंडिंग सबसे पहले मेरा डाउट ओके सो फ्रॉम टुमारो शार्प एट 8 we will be starting till 9:45 ठीक है and your IDT will start at sharp 6:15 till 7:45 okay so for today you can enjoy your 15 minutes extra chalo okay. Any doubt you can ask me on WhatsApp also if not comfortable.